Alright guys, so if I can teach you anything, let's do this really quick. If you're new here, this is your first time here, this is what we're gonna do in our lives. So right now, this is what we do with our budget. I don't specifically follow anybody's method. I take little pieces from everybody, as you may know. So I follow some Dave Ramsey, obviously, like the sinking funds, cash envelopes, that kind of stuff. Budgeting is budgeting. He didn't create it. Budgeting has been done since the past of time. So, and I'm an accountant, so that makes it even worse. I know how to budget, obviously. And the other thing is, you can either do avalanche for your debt. Debt snowball is Dave Ramsey. There's one thing called the avalanche. Ooh, that was loud. Okay. I don't even remember what I was saying because I got rudely interrupted. But so yeah, so you have, I think I said it, the avalanche, which is you put from the highest interest first to the lowest interest. Then you have the Dave Ramsey's debt snowball, which you put from smallest to largest and not care about the interest rate. Which one I like? I've done them both. There's no way of doing it but to just kill your debt. Obviously, the smaller they are, you can just pay it off. Like if you have obviously the 13,000, well, not everybody will probably have 13,000, but if you have like $2,000 and one debt is obviously 400, the other one is about 600, you can pay those two off and it makes you feel good, right? Because you paid some of your debt off. Like that's the basic concept of the debt snowball. The more you pay off, the faster, the better you feel. And I believe in that because you do feel like you're knocking things down. So I gave you a little glimpse of what we have for debt right now. So this is our debt. And then you're probably asking me like, what? That's a lot of debt. What you doing? Well, we keep, I think we have 4 credit cards. So we keep our Prime, we keep our Best Buy. I got my Capital One, we got our Capital One. We have a Citi Amex. We still have a Kohl's that we use every now and then. Then we have 2 cities that we use. And then we have, this is a loan called Green Sky. And then this is also a loan from Discover. So it's not really a credit card. So these 2 are not credit cards. These 2 are loans. Loans. Alright. These 2 are loans. And then the rest are actual credit cards. Now, according to Dave Ramsey, you're supposed to cut up, close your accounts and all that stuff. Well, that's good that Dave Ramsey believes in that. My husband technically is really hard on that. He doesn't really believe that we can live just off cash alone, because no matter where you go, we always, obviously, you need mad money, and we ain't got none. We have some, but not mad. We're not rich. We're not millionaires. And we want to live for today, right? So it's based on what you want, how you want to do it, how hardcore you want to try it. We did the Dave Ramsey plan and tried it hardcore about 3 or 4 times, and 3 or 4 times we fell off the wagon because towards the end of it, we were tired of like basically the rice and beans and cutting things off, not being able to do anything. My kids are still, well, my kids were not young, but they were not old either, or they're not old. I still have a 15-year-old right now that lives at home. I still have at the point when we started this, one was, so I'll get, right now one is 24, the other one is 23, 21, and 15 right now. So when we started our journey, obviously they were smaller, not too small. They were in their teens, the older ones, and Bella was just the baby. So it becomes really hard to not want to do things for them, because I don't want to remember, I didn't want them to remember that our life was just hard with no money and all that stuff. So like the older one was the most that struggled, because we were doing the Dave Ramsey plan. The other two were like somewhere in between, but we sort of squeezed through a few things. And then now this is how we do it, right? So we still want to kill off obviously our debt, but we still also want our credit scores to go up, because my husband believes that, obviously you need a credit score, right? He's one of those credit score believers, and you got to pick your battles, right? I don't want to go through divorce court because I'm arguing over a credit score. So you pick your battles. He still wants to keep these credit cards. So I feel content and happy that even though we use these and we pay them off, I'm good, I'm happy. It's not keeping us in any shape or form stuck anywhere, living somewhere horrible and all that stuff. We live in a middle class neighborhood. We make pretty good money. We have, decent vehicles. We're not driving any junk cars, anything that costs $1,000. Like, that's not how hardcore we wanted to kill our debt. So I want to tell you, in the beginning of, I want to say, I have it in here somewhere. Where are we? We did start off with like almost I think it was like $100,000 in debt. Obviously, that's not what in credit cards. That's not what we had. We knocked down from like 10 credit cards to just keeping these and trying to keep them at float, right? And then obviously Best Buy is no interest, so we just pay like $80 a month until the promotion that they gave us is gone. That's not gonna hurt me or us in our goal in any kind of way. So we just pay $80 on this one. The Prime, Capital One, American Express, we use once a year to just give it that float so they don't cut them off. So we use it once a year. I'm sure you haven't seen American Express in our paying our debt in a very long time, because we use them every July. That's when you'll see these, is in July. So we have American Express, Capital One, and the Prime. So what's gonna happen now is we're gonna go in. The cities are always dear, because this was an emergency that we did not have, because we do not have the 6 months emergency. We just used our emergency fund to pay the land in Tennessee, right? So these were not emergencies. It was something I needed. We had the card there that they kept throwing at there. They were there. They were not used, but they were there to the point of there's zero interest. So these are zero interest for 18 months, zero interest for 18 months. So we divided the amount into like 16 months, and that's what we pay every month, and I think it's like $500, right? So this is what we tend to do around this time, because we put the credit cards, I'm trying to see if you can see the whole thing. Oh, there you go. Because we end up using the credit cards. Obviously right now we have $13,000 in the bank. About that. So let's put, oh, I forgot I changed it because of the $90. So we have $272.07. These are the bills that are gonna come out at the end of the month. So I'm gonna tally all of these up. I should have done that before. So sorry. 98.44, 1,000, 538.08, 60, 72.89. 60, 252, 45, 60, 14, 256, 26, and 500. And that's including every minimum payment that I need to make for all of these, which is Prime. You saw it down here. American Express is here. The Discover is here. That's a loan. Best Buy right here. 500, so that's the cities. Kohl's is zero balance, so we don't owe anything. That we always pay as soon as we get it. That's where we purchase like clothes and stuff like that. And then we forgot Capital One. So Capital One, 500. So our total right now to pay at the end of June is $4,904.73. If you look in the calendar, right? So let's go back this way so you guys can see. If you look at my calendar, today is 25. So we're right here. I'm gonna get maybe 3 more payments by the 30th. So I'm gonna get, I want to say, let's see, what are we gonna get? We're gonna get, so let's put it over here. Sorry. I'm like moving. So we're gonna get 3 more deposits. One is gonna be the child support for 154. I'm not sure about the side hustle, so I'm not putting that one. So if I'm not sure about it, if I don't know about it 100%, I'm not gonna put it in there because I don't know if it's gonna come, and I don't want to give myself a budget and next thing you know it's not correct, right? Then we're gonna have another main deposit from a main job, right? Not a side hustle. Oh, and then I think, nope, that's it. Because, and then Thursday and Friday comes 2 more side hustles. So I want to say that don't count because obviously that's July. So we don't count those. So let's go back over here so you can see this. Hold on one second. So what I do is, or what we do, so we sat down last night and we spoke about this, me and my hubby. He doesn't like being on the camera. Sorry. I catch him every now and then. Shh, don't tell him. So it's going to be minus the 4904.73 that we have to take out, right? And then we get the 154. Then we get 1523.06. So that means we're going to have the 10,044.44, right? Now, this is from the 1st. Everything that's going to happen on the 1st. We still have stuff that's going to happen on the 15th. So here's the 15th debt. I go to extend that I am future planning for our July budget. This is what this is called. So I have the mortgage, which is $2172.98. We have Toyota, which is $298.89. Then we have Vivint, which is $70.18. We have life insurance, $33.95. We have the tithing, 300. We have the BBT at 445.07. I'm gonna take the solar number from last month and the T-Mobile from last month. So we're gonna skip that right now. I got 90 for Green Sky. I thought Green Sky was over here. No, 90 for Green Sky. Okay, yep. And then 285.83 for the gas, right? Then we're gonna go here and I'm gonna look to see last month's for T-Mobile was 335.34 and solar was 158.45. So this is what I had this month, but this varies. So in order to make sure I don't under budget myself. I'm doing $340 for the cell phone, and I'm doing more. I'm doing more money for the solar because I don't want to under budget myself. Then we're gonna tally these up. $300, $445, 507, 90, $285, 83, $340, and $160. I don't know if it died. Okay, I don't know if it died. Hold on. Okay, I think I didn't hit record. So, what I was saying is now I go in after I tally up all my bills from the 15th and the 1st, including the minimum payment of everything up here. I'm gonna go in and tally up my income for the month of May, the prior month, and I'm gonna pick everything that's in here. I can't believe I didn't hit record. I'm gonna tally up all of the deposits that I have in here except for some side hustles. Like I can tell what side hustle is a permanent side hustle versus a hustle that it was just a one-time deal thing. So I do taxes, I balance people's books, I pay people's bills. I'm an accountant, that's what I do. And people call me, yes, to do these kind of things, and then I charge them a certain amount depending on how many hours it takes me to balance their stuff, right? So that's my side hustles. Obviously the child support is a permanent thing that comes in all the time, so that's something that I want to add on there. The kids is also something obviously supposed to be permanent. They do struggle sometimes because they only work some part-time crap. So, alright, so our monthly income with the side hustle and the payment for the kids is $79.29.51 is what I have. That's what I have. That's what I have, people. That's what I have. So $79.29.51 minus $41.96.90 minus $49.04.73. So according to this, right, if you do your budget correctly, we don't make enough is what it's saying to pay off all the bills, right, with the income we have. We are short $1,000. I know we're not short $1,000 because we get the side hustles, but that's how you end up. I'm gambling basically because I'm believing that I'm gonna get this side hustle money. Now if I go to the month of June to tally up my deposits, right? 280, 154, let's see. Let's see if we get the same. I want to say it should be more. And if it's not, then our extra $10,000 have been saving our lives. Yeah, you see, I already hit more than $5,000. So it's based on the month, right? that I have. This is how we do our crap. I don't know how you see. We have $7,000 in this month. 7,091.28. So we have actually $900 less in June. So our little chunk of change is what's saving our lives apparently right now. So you see, this is real, people. This is real. So what we end up doing is, and the only reason for that is because we needed to use the credit cards. Technically, these credit cards are not here, so technically we wouldn't have it. So what's gonna happen is we need to knock these down some. So I have 10,000, right? And we have 7,000 only in money. So I'm gonna put 7,500, right? 7,500, because I'm not gonna claim the whole entire 7,009 if every month. Oh no, that's a lie. Wait, it's a lie. 79. It was 70. I forgot to put my last, because I'm still missing 2 incomes coming into here. So I actually have $8,000. Oh, let's do it again, because it's a lie, people. It's a lie. Okay, so 280, 154, 109.81, 280, 150, 154, 1137.84, 2181. So here is where I'm missing. Actually, there's supposed to be 154, 250, 857.70, 123.97, 280 again, 154 again, 139.26, 1137.83, and then there should be another deposit of that plus the 154. So you see, I was right. Here I was trying to get myself crazy, and I did. So 86.88. So it varies, you see, because of the side hustles. So if I remove that from 4196.90 and I remove the 4904.73, then we have $400 remaining. That's how that works. Okay, I keep getting rudely interrupted. Let's see. Now what was I gonna do? Oh, so now I showed you. You see, it's 86.88 with the extra side hustles. So I do have extra money remaining, which is $400 that I can throw anywhere on my debts here. So that's how usually you go in to verify whether or not you make enough money to pay your bills. So let's say, I'll give you a quick, let's say it was negative, right? Because we just confirmed I was not negative. I got scared for a hot minute. So let's say I was negative, right? Then what I would do is, obviously, is 1,172. I would knock down all these minimums to 250. So the Prime, I would have sent 250. The American Express, 250. I would have sent the cities 250, 250, and that will give me extra money. So if I would have knocked those down, right? Let's say it was 4904.73. Oh. 4904.73. Let's add 250 plus 250. No, it was supposed to be minus. Minus? Yes, minus 4904.73. Let's add 250 back into the tally, minus 250 back to the tally. Let's say the Prime 250 and the American Express 250. That would have gave me this total 3904.73. Then you do it again. You have 3904.73 and you have 4196.90 of bills. Now it comes up to 81 Did I do that right? 81. I'm all questioning myself like y'all people know. 810163. No, I did it wrong. Okay, so 9844 was 250. 250. 538.08. 60. I need to stop talking to y'all. 72.89. My brain is not working. 60. 254. 45. 60. 14. 256. 26. 110. 47. 250 and 250. It's 34. 0473 plus 4196.90. Now I get 76. There you go. Okay. You see, I can't talk and do this at the same time with you guys. So once I change these to 250, now my new total is 3404.73. So you take 3404.73, 4196.90. I get 7601.63. My income was 7929.51. So now I have an additional $327. I would have left that alone just to keep it as a cushion in my bank account. So if it was the 7929.51 and I was negative 1172.12, that's what I would do. I would pay $250 on each and then throw the difference into the account, right? That's what I would have done. So that's sort of like a breakdown of what we do to confirm and verify that we make enough to pay our bills. That's the main thing. If we don't make enough to pay our bills, then we need to knock down everything else to the minimum. If I tell you the minimum on all of these, Prime is like 20. I think all of these is like 25 a month, even though your balance is so high. This one I think is like 90. This one is, I think, 80. So I can knock these down to the minimum and pay the bigger amount to the minimum one if I want, or to whichever one I want. So if I knock these down to like the 80, the 90, the 25, 25, 25, 25, that's what? About $300. So, and then all this money that I'm throwing, the 250, the 250, the 250, now I have an additional 300 to throw somewhere else. You can also do that. I don't like doing that. We don't do that. Ooh, sorry. We don't do that. So, but that's an option that you can do if you are in a tighter budget. Let's see. So what we figured out is obviously we have 10,044 remaining. That's after we reduced this amount. Obviously, we do make enough to pay this. So I don't need to keep any of this. So what's going to happen is we're going to take this money and we're going to throw it somewhere. So I could just, let's see, what's the total of our debt? We have 1,561. I'm going to leave Best Buy alone. That's like ridiculous to pay. I mean, I could if I wanted to. I'm going to ask my hubby and see what he wants to do. So that brings us down to $4,000. So if I reduce the $4,000 from here, I have $5,000 remaining. So there's options that we can do. We can pay everything off. Like, let's say even if I take, let's say we take the freaking Best Buy. Screw it. Let's take the Best Buy. Let's pay it off. 1436.75, 1668.77. I think I did do it. Okay, so 52.70. That means at the end of this month, I don't need to pay. No, I do need to pay this one. I don't need to pay Best Buy the $60. I don't need to pay the Capital One $500. I don't need to pay the Prime $500. And I don't need to pay the Amex $500. So we can do that, obviously, because we have this chunk of change. And then every month I have an additional whatever this is. the $1,500 a month or the extra $2,000 every month, and we can throw that either on the next one, which it would be, you know, the other two cities, or I can continue paying the $500. It really doesn't matter. So we just went as far as this to see how much we have left. We are still to discuss what we're gonna do next. My guess is we're gonna knock all this stuff out, put the credit cards away. So the credit cards we don't put in our pockets, and usually we like to get, when things like that happen, we like to give ourselves a cushion. So we might leave, so even though we spent the $5,000 and we have $5,000 left, I can leave a cushion of $1,000. That leaves us $4,000 in here. I mean $1,000 extra in here, just to keep the cushion in there. And if you think about it, I leave a $500 cushion regardless, right? So we can leave $1,000 there. We can even go as far as looking into our sinking fund, see what's gonna happen in the future, and we can go in and probably fund it for a whole entire additional month, because that's $1,000. So yeah, I think it's like 1,005 or something. We can go ahead and do that here as well and just add an additional. And then I want to say that's 1,250. No, it's 1,150. Right? So now we have 2,800 left to play with. We can either throw it to the next one in line, which it will be this one, if you want to do it from smallest to largest, or we can throw it avalanche, whichever one has the less interest. None of them do. They both are 0 interest. It really does not matter. So at times like that, then I'd rather do obviously the smallest. The next thing would be, in art, how we do this is, so I would look smallest to largest. Okay, we can check which one has the higher interest. None of them do. Which one is the promotion gonna be due or over? I would say over. And then I would knock that one out first. So whichever one the promotion ends first, that's the one we would knock out first. So you can do it in many ways. The loans, I'll keep them the same because they're already calculated. They're already in there. Interest is already added. No matter how fast you pay it off, the interest doesn't accumulate because the interest is already added into your monthly payment. So the loans, we'll leave them alone. We don't pay. We can pay it as we go, basically. But after that, then I'd rather just save the money for Tennessee, basically. And then we still have the 2,800 to play with. We still have, obviously, our sinking funds will be full. We'll have a cushion in our main. And we still have the savings that we have, that money goes direct deposited into. So we still have money. We still have 2,000 and some change in our regular savings, which is our emergency fund if anything happens. So we still have some kind of money. So we're okay with it. Well, I think I babbled my life enough about this. I hope this helped you a little bit. I figured, a little more glimpse of what's going on in the middle of our life and before June ending. I will see you guys on week 27. And in week 27, you will see what we decided to do with our addition, with what we have for $10,000. So God bless. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, any questions, anything like that, just put it below. I try to answer everything as soon as I see it. And please don't forget, this is how we do our budget. It has worked for us. This is what we're comfortable with. You do as you please for you and your family. If you want to do beans and rice, if you want to knock down your debt, it's your family, your money, your decision. So you made the decision what's best for you and your family, just like we have made the decision for our family. So God bless, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.